This is my C1500 1995 Chevy Silverado. I was having some problems with the transmission. It was sticking, and I went to Advanced and got some Lucas for the transmission. And in case you can't figure it out, that is where you fill your transmission. I put it in, and I guess I didn't have any fluid in there at all. It was completely drained. I've only had this truck for a month, if that. And I punched it one good time coming out of the parking lot, and that thing fishtailed. And I saw that the instrument cluster had died. I couldn't tell how fast I was going, or the RPMs, my battery gauge, nothing. And drove it around, went and got more fluid, regular fluid, maybe to thin it out. And then I went and started to check over everything because I was stressing about having to go and get a new transmission and so forth, and the expenses of it, especially since I just got this truck and I've already been dealing with a few other issues with it. And so I was like kind of bummed out, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and check the fuses. And sure as hell, the instrument cluster, or the gauges fuse, was blown. And so I replaced the fuse to the gauge and took it right up and down here in my apartment complex, literally. And I was like, wow, it shifted. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, and then later, my mechanic friend, my retired mechanic friend, called me, and I explained to him what had happened and everything. And I had literally just parked the truck, and I was like, wow, it caught first and second. I was like, right in this little stretch. And so I got excited, and I was like, cool, this might actually work. And then so he was like explaining to me, I was explaining to him the situation, what was happening, and he told me that the gauges control when the electronic transmission shifts. So if the gauges went out, which they were all gone, then I had no way of telling, or the transmission had no way of the computer sending it a signal for it to shift. So, and I'm going to show you which one. It was the number 4 fuse. Let's see if it focuses. Okay, this guy right here, and you can't see it's 4 because the 4 has to sit up top. Not this row, but this 10 amp fuse was blown, and I checked it back, and it was to the gauges. One, replaced it, bomb, it worked fine. Before you take your car to a mechanic and possibly get your pockets ripped open, or go through all the trouble of fixing, dropping a transmission, putting in a new one, check your fuses, and that might resolve all your problems. I did not want to put a new transmission in today or tomorrow. I was so glad that was it, and I didn't have to go to a mechanic or nothing. But I hope this video helps somebody. I didn't see another one like it on YouTube, so I figured I would post one. So if you're having transmission issues, this is what you're going to want to do first. Go check your fuses. Alright, well, I hope this video helped you guys out.